What is a millennial and why do they act in such crazy ways?
We're millennials, and even if you don't know how we got here, we've put a thing together for us to show you why.
On today's show, stick around to see how the noughties influence what we grew up to be.
Hey, what's up?
One, two, three, four, five. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita.
Hello and welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, our cultural survey for the millennial perspective. Alongside Ginny, it's myself, Jason.
Hello, we're millennials, and if you're probably watching, you are too. If not, congratulations for figuring out how to work the TV. Your son or daughter is going to be very proud.
You're probably a millennial if you're talking on your phone right now.
If you watch Netflix all day, but you're just old enough to remember Blockbuster video stores.
Or if you've ever eaten avocado on toast. It's delicious. So
But
good.
we know we're millennials because we grew up in the noughties, raised on boy bands, and a culture that was so extra we had to invent BuzzFeed for a decade-long debrief.
We have an excellent show lined up for you today to transport you back to the noughties and check out how the way we lived back then is influencing consumerism today.
Yep. Coming up first, no better way to set the mood than with a song. Hannah Rodriguez and her breathtaking band get us dancing with their rendition of Santana's Maria Maria.
Are the TV shows we remember from our childhood being ruined? We'll find out if they are or not and show you all the cash grabs.
Do you feel old yet? You sure will, after this obscure pop culture game show that challenges you to think laterally about TV, film, music release dates. Snakes on a Plane was released over a decade ago. You're ancient. I am.
I know, right?
God.
Oh boy, the noughties toy nostalgia ahoy. Our producers have found a big old box of dusty toys and we're going to dust them off right here in the studio and give them a spin.
All this and even more on today's insane instalment of What a Time to Be Alive. With that, let's go live over to Hannah Rodriguez and her band.
Maria, Maria, you remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, she's living a life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria, she fell in love in East LA to the sound of the guitar, played by Carlos Santana. Stop the looting, stop the shooting, pickpocket on the corners. Here's the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. See Maria on the corner, looking a way to make it better. The postbox in my mail, Lottie just said, see you later. Maria, Maria, you remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, she's living a life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria, she fell in love in East LA to the sound of the guitar now, played by Carlos Santana. I said, La Feria de los Colores, the streets are getting hotter. There's no water to put out the fire. Ni canto de esperanza. See Mira Maria on the corner, looking for ways to make it better. And I looked up to the sky, dreaming days of paradise. yeah, you know you're my lover. When the wind blows, I can feel you through the weather. And even when we're apart, it still feels like we're together, Maria. You remind me of a West Side Story, growing up in Spanish Harlem, just living the life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria. She fell in love in East LA to the sound of the guitar, played by Carlos Santana.
Putting a new spin on the old classic is a strong skill for all disciplines, whether it's a retro cover made fresh or even the return of old-fashioned styles. We brought back our fashion expert Elizabeth to explain today's trends. Let's take a look at that.
Recently, there has been a significant flurry of 2000s fashion trends making a return, from fishnet tights to the juicy couture tracksuit. It's scary, but it's happening, so we are here to make you as prepared as possible. All of the trends you thought were dead and gone are ready to make their way back into your wardrobes, with a few tweaks here and there, of course. Double denim was a look made iconic in the 2000s thanks to Britney and Justin Timberlake's American Music Awards red carpet appearance. Today, stars such as Kanye West and Gigi Hadid can be seen bringing an updated version of the look back, with Gigi styling it with statement red boots and a red cami. 2000s fashion icon Paris Hilton is said to have kick-started the trend of bedazzled clothes, shoes and accessories. One of her most renowned looks was this piece worn for her 21st birthday in 2002. This look was recreated last year by more recent supermodel and style icon Kendall Jenner at her 21st birthday. Another noughties favourite with the celebs was the juicy couture tracksuit, Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian and Britney to name a few. Post-2010, this look has been deemed a fashion disaster up until last year, where it has appeared to make a comeback with thanks to Kylie Jenner. Now, while it will take a lot to persuade us to dig out our gypsy skirts and waistcoats, these celebs may have just convinced us to dust off our Baker hats and combat trousers and embrace the 2000s revival.
We here at What a Time to Be Alive fully endorse reusing old clothing to stay fashionable while supporting the environment. But there is, however, one thing we really don't endorse recycling.
Where's that?
Recycling old television ideas and turning them into garbage. See, we've noticed this happening quite a lot, so we've collected up a whole bunch of the worst examples for you here today.
Remember Bob the Builder? The show began in 1998, and I credit growing up with this show for me getting me into practical labour in life, like television presenting.
And who could forget the lovable claymation style of the series? Look at those lovable trucks, working class heroes of bygone era. Bob looks kind of cheery.
Now just look at the revamp. It's awful.
I am actually physically repulsed.
The work trucks have just completely lost all sense of personality. They look like they're on a commute to Canary Wharf. There's just no grit.
I know, and I mean, look at Bob himself. They've got him, completely wrong. Gone is the innocent, friendly glow. Bob looks like he's going to park outside my house and block me in until I pay him his ransom.
Aggravated bobbery. Back to the drawing board for you, Mr. Builder.
So next, let's take a look at the character that Bob probably dresses up for a cheeky Halloween costume, Fireman Sam. Here we have a side-by-side old Sam on the left and the new on the right.
Same situation here as with Bob. You can see the old Fireman Sam's lovable curves replaced with it's kind of soulless, really, flat face. Talk about setting unreasonable body images, though, for children.
I find it hard to imagine why the production companies thought that more realistic fire and peril would be a good thing for kids. And I mean, I don't even think it's unfair to say that Sam's eyes have gone from firefighter to arsonist.
The show's changed, really, from stop-motion animation to computer-generated images. It doesn't really feel like the original, to be honest.
Not really. I mean, come on, if you're going to ruin our childhood, at least try a little harder. I mean, they're outsourcing Fireman Sam to be made by computers now, and it just doesn't look right.
Yeah. Back to real life and live action, we see a new Disney series about Raven-Symoné receiving psychic visions. Just like a decade ago, Raven's Home, spin-off of That's So Raven, revisits Raven and Chelsea as single mothers living together under one roof with the kids.
Yeah, and this show is enticing other than the nostalgic, and it's more successful than last year's train wreck of a Fuller House, which was a flop, and you know I'd rather wager a Calippo than to know that it's got 3 series.
Really. Still, the show smacks of a passionless cash grab. Just listen to this bit from the theme song where Raven is trying to do the naughty's iconic line, "Yep, that's me."
You know, I really don't think I want to bring kids into this world if that's the kind of junk television they got to grow up watching.
This kind of feel like a greedy corporate thing. The whole thing is just making it really weak, to be honest.
Let our childhood rest. Disney, you know, give us peace, please. Come on. Okay, looking great. Oh, blast from the past there. Okay, as always, I'll be asking the first round questions and...
I'll be taking the second round.
Excellent. And with us here in the studio today, we have our 2 teams. So on my right, we have the yellow team. Boys, introduce yourself. Where are you from and who are you?
So I'm Ollie. I'm from Dunkirk.
Excellent.
I'm Stephen and I'm from Doncaster.
Excellent. Stephen and Ollie, that is our yellow team. And on my left, we have the red team. Boys, again, introduce yourself. Who are you and where are you from?
Okay, well, I'm Jordan and I'm from Newcastle.
And I'm Matt and I'm from Kenton.
Jordan and Matt. Okay, excellent. So, boys, up for grabs today we have... What do we got, Ginny?
It's beautiful 90s Barbie, guys. Work hard.
Oh, what a beautiful...
Take her out on the date.
You can almost hold
If there's
yourself back.
space in the relationship
Naughty
for...
little sort.
You can sell that in Newcastle.
It's not the first lady you've looked through glass, not able to touch. Okay, so question 1. Remember, we're going to give you these little foam fingers as well. The producers have went all out. And basically, we're going to ask you a couple of questions, which has either a true or false answer, so you just hold up whichever side you think is most appropriate.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic.
I'll do it this time.
Okay, so question 1.
You do trust me.
The Matrix was released before interracial marriage was legalized in the US state of Alabama. True or false? Remember, guys, 3 seconds, no finger in the sky, no points.
No.
This looks very
So the only place the
intimate.
finger's not going.
No.
I'm thinking true.
I'm thinking
True or false,
true.
guys?
I think it's true.
What do we got?
Indeed. Yeah, let's go true.
True. Of course it was. Legalized marriage was done in 1992. Okay, question 2. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter movie franchise both released their first films in the same year. True or false? What are we thinking?
Are you sure?
I've watched neither of them.
3 seconds, guys. We have a true and a false. And of course the answer is true. They were both released in 2001.
Yeah.
And that's round 1.
Okay, so the next round, you take care of the iPad for me, please.
Whiteboard, but whatever.
There you go. It's higher or lower, so higher, lower with the foam fingers, guys. So, first question. Friends, premiered in 1994, starring David Schwimmer as Ross, the best friend. Pulp Fiction was released the same year. David Schwimmer's now 50 years old.
Now, can you believe it? 50 years.
He looks 30.
He's looking good.
Is Pulp Fiction star John Travolta's age higher or lower? Go.
Oliver Browning.
Okay.
I'm
saying older. That's not what the question's about, but it's
That means higher.
What do we
He
think,
was in
guys?
Swordfish.
Ready?
So
Higher.
this must be
It is higher. Well done, guys.
And of course it
Points
is.
for both teams. Question 2. Was Theresa May's age higher or lower than 50 upon the release of legendary teen comedy Mean Girls?
Well, she is a
Go.
wizard, so...
Well,
She's not that old.
She's
it's
ageless.
2017.
She's lived a long
It's
time.
lower.
I'm saying
It's
lower.
Timeless.
lower.
Mean Girls came
Not
out in
classy.
2004.
Okay, I'm trusting this one. That's a
So I
journal.
doubt
All
that
right.
she's old enough. So
What are we thinking, guys?
Lower.
Lower?
It is lower. Oh, no.
Of course it
That's
is.
quite special.
Theresa
What's
May is a
that?
dinosaur.
And let's see the scores.
And after those 2 rounds, the scores are the winning team with 4 opposed to 3 is the red team. So congratulations, guys.
Shambles.
You are the lucky inheritance of this lovely lass.
I
Guys, what
forgot how cool
happened?
it
It's
was.
a disaster.
Do enjoy.
Awful. I blame.
it's as old as we are.
No.
Sad.
Look at it.
And now who would like to sign it?
No.
Okay, well, enjoy your Barbie doll. Take her out on a date.
Oh, we will. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I'm so sorry. And do you feel old now? Because I really do.
I certainly do.
after that exciting match, it's time to exhume some old naughty toys and have a chat about them. So first up, we've got this.
No, we haven't seen these toys since we were kids, and you know, I really want to see which ones is interesting and which ones you like. What was this? So we have up first is the Robo Dog, right?
Yeah, I mean, right. So what
Did
I'm
you ever
looking
have
for?
one of these?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did, but I didn't really play with it a lot.
No?
What I'm really looking for is that how different they are to the ones we have now, the new versions, because obviously.
Well, this actually came out in 1990. In fact, actually, it's the 5th generation. It came out for $47.99. So.
Did you know you can do this with iPad? You can control
Apparently, yeah, the new ones. You can control them with an iPad and hook them up to your phone and all sorts of crazy stuff. So yeah, and that was the Robodog. Let's see if it'll go.
That
Do
is
his thing.
annoying. That is so annoying. Did you ever have a Tamagotchi?
I didn't, you know, I really didn't. Believe it or not, I got a Tamagotchi for last Christmas, and between you and me, I wasn't 6. Okay, let's turn this guy off.
Isn't that so annoying? That's why I broke
Shush.
it. That's why I never played with it.
Yeah?
I had 4 of these.
You had 4 of them,
4
really?
of them. I had different versions.
This came out originally in Japan in 1996, and it retailed for £3.99. It was one of the most popular toys of that time.
It won't turn on.
It won't turn on?
No.
That's good enough. And next, maybe you can talk about these ones, because I certainly didn't have any, is the Bratz, the little dolls.
I hate Bratz.
You hate Bratz?
I hate them so much.
So what is the deal? I mean, they're dolls, right? They're
Look, I'm not the one to
Barbies,
I'm
essentially.
not the one to ask about Bratz. I was always a Barbie girl. Always.
Do you know that these are actually still available today? You can still pick them up in the store. They came out in 2001 and become a leading fashion icon in 2006. Oh yeah?
Okay.
Running the set. Okay. Up next we have the Nintendo DS, which I believe is this one. Yeah, this was really popular. Now this I did have, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's actually 3D as well, which is kind of cool. Without the glasses, you don't even need the glasses.
This is the old one.
Yeah, that was the first one. This is the 3rd generation, and this retailed for £197.99, which is kind of expensive, I guess, for something this small, but it's kind of cool.
It's chunky.
It is chunky, yeah, they're kind of heavy. And of course, this one, oh, I mean, I bet you had this. I certainly did. This is the original Sony PlayStation 1. This thing.
Yeah, I'm not the one to ask about those, to be honest.
You know, I
because
had months of fun on this thing. I remember playing this with my brothers, playing Colin McRae Rally. That was the game. It was awesome. I loved it.
Only thing I played on PlayStation was Crash Bandicoot, and of course they brought that back, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot's getting remastered and coming out again for the new Xbox One. Next we have the iPod Nano. How many songs could you get in that? I mean,
all I remember is that I thought these were so cool, and I wanted so badly to just play my music on an iPad Nano, because all I have is my little Sony Ericsson or my Nokia phone with the postage stamp screen.
I remember having those as well, yeah. I think those hold like 300, but nowadays you can fit, well, I guess thousands on them.
I really want them.
Yeah, and that's the other version of the Nano as well.
So light as well.
Yeah. Well, that was a real old blast from the past. Makes me miss the good old days. I'd love to take a time back to my old youth. That'd be great.
Now, I'd rather see the future. Flying cars, cool toys that will change the way kids grow up. In fact, I've done some research.
Really? And what kind of things did you find?
Well, it seems like fashion is going to become more androgynous, higher tech. Toys are going to be super interactive while teaching kids programming skills. Games are going to be immersive. Virtual reality experiences. We've already seen the VR set. And how we check this all out is in our future forecast.
Let's have a look.
So shine for me.
Yeah, great work, Ginny. I'm really excited to see what's coming up in the future, you know?
Thank you to Hannah, Dom and Tom for being with us today. You guys rocked the studio, one of the greatest performances of the millennium.
Yeah, and of course, thanks to all our quiz guests as well, particularly, of course, the team who won.
Most of all, we'd like to thank the audience for watching. From all of us here at What a Time to Be Alive, have a nostalgic night. We'll see you next week.
And it's time to welcome back Hannah Rodriguez and her band with her original song, Not Ideal, to play us out. So, Hannah, over to you, darling.
Like your funny face was the first thing I said to you. I was drawn to your baby, maybe just feeling the substance. I certainly felt something you so sweet to me. You were an opportunity. I was cold. You gave me your jacket and wrapped your arms around me. This is so not ideal for now. I'm pretty fucked in the head and you're just fucking me harder. I'm captivated by you. Sweet and so cliche. I'm making my own stomach churn, but this is so not ideal for now. I'm pretty fucked in the head and you're just fucking me harder. I'm captivated by you. I know we aspire to be very different people, and our decisions don't correlate. But I'm so willing to turn a blind eye to the fact that we don't quite harmonize. Oh, but this is still not ideal for now. I'm pretty fucked in the head and you're just fucking me harder.